the sudden cancellation of Ozzy Osbourne's European tour sent shockwaves through the music industry. Many were taken aback. Wild rumors evolved from whispers. Was it anything very personal or a major health scare? Some alleged clandestine medical conflicts. However, other people hinted at serious problems inside the family. But one thing never changed: the utter lack of sound. Longtime partner and staunch protector of Ozzy, Sharon Osbourne, finally speaks out after months of secrecy. Why has it taken her so long? From what and who was she trying to shield herself? Join us. Hear firsthand from the woman who has been there for Ozzy as we reveal the details of his condition. Consistent backing: Ozzy Osbourne is a household name thanks to his electrifying live performances as a wild rock legend, complete with booming vocals, menacing eyes, and exotic dance moves. The heavy metal band Black Sabbath included him as their primary singer. Their 1968 self-titled debut album included the band's signature black attire, strong guitar riffs, and ominous themes. It was widely considered a groundbreaking heavy metal album. Many were won over by the Prince of Darkness's wildly unpredictable musical approach. But Sharon Osbourne, who was his manager and business partner, kept him afloat through it all. After Ozzy's dismissal from the band Black Sabbath, a group that Sharon's father, Don Arden, managed in 1979, Sharon entered his life. As his manager, boss, and girlfriend, she was instrumental in reviving his music career. The turning point in Ozzy's career came when she began encouraging him to perform on tours and concerts, and he eventually founded the Summer Ozzfest Tour, which ran annually from 1996 to 2018. Among his many 1,990 successes, Ozzfest was the most financially rewarding. In Phoenix, Arizona, the inaugural tour took place in Devore, California, on October 25, 1996. As metalheads and up-and-coming bands were introduced to the world, it quickly became viral. 50 million people have turned out for the festival since it began, and they've raised more than $100 million. The event has been instrumental in promoting a plethora of new heavy metal and hard rock acts. As a result, Ozzy became the first rock artist to sell $50 million worth of goods. Battle for Ozzfest, a reality competition show on MTV, is based on the same concept. Contestants have the chance to earn spots and become label members. Amy, Kelly, and Jack were born to Ozzy and Sharon after their 1982 wedding on July 4 in Maui, Hawaii. Sharon went a step farther by launching The Osbournes, a family reality show, in their homeroom, exposing their genuine bittersweet family lifestyle in conjunction with MeTV. The show, which debuted in 2002 and ran until 2005, was thought to have made Ozzy a household name, bringing in new audiences and admirers of all ages. The show's disarray turned off some viewers while entertaining others, for the simple reason that it revealed the ugly reality of domestic life. Their love and determination to remain together were evident. During the time it was airing, the show was a boon for the Osbourne family and MTV. Stories and theories around him still popping up, even after all this time has passed. Even while millions of people are still entertained by his songs, one question lingers. Why did anything happen to young Michael Osbourne that made him become the untamed guy the world knew as Ozzy? Long ago, in a peaceful land, the Birmingham native was born John Michael Osbourne to parents John Thomas and Lillian on December 3, 1948. He was one of 5 siblings and was known as Ozzy ever since he was a little boy. As a shy kid, Ozzy overcame the challenges of dyslexia and relentless bullying at school, till he was 11 years old and bullied at school. For him, this was the defining moment. He worked as a construction site laborer, apprentice plumber, butcher worker, apprentice toolmaker, and automobile horn tuner after dropping out of school at the age of 15. But he discovered the Beatles' debut hit song a year prior, became a fan, and was enamored with music. God Bless Ozzy Osbourne, a documentary that aired in 2011, features Ozzy's statement about how the Beatles solidified his destiny as a lifelong rock star. After a rough adolescence filled with school plays and acting, he ran away to rob a clothes store. His father refused to pay the fine, so he spent a year and a half in Winson Green Prison as a punishment. As a singer, Ozzy became a member of Rare Breed in 1967, his debut band, under the direction of Geezer Butler. After just 2 performances, they decided to form a new band with guitarist Tony Iommi and drummer Bill Ward, under the moniker Earth, formerly Polka Talk Blues. However, they ended up confusing themselves with another group. But they took inspiration from a horror film in August 1969 and called themselves Black Sabbath. Heavy blues sounds with gloomy themes propelled them to popularity, from which it was inferred that their audience found pleasure in being scared. During this time, he met Sharon, the woman he would later marry. He maintained an attraction to her, but she likely believed he was crazy. But they quickly became friends after Sharon's dad was named manager of the band. The band continued to release critically acclaimed and commercially successful albums, which were well received in the US and UK. Paranoid, Master of Reality, and Bloody Sabbath Vol. are among their albums. 4. The Bloody Sabbath. In early 1978, Ozzy Osbourne took a 3-month break to work on a solo project, but the rest of the band remained together. Prior to his departure the next year, he was re-engaged for an album and tour. Various rumors circulated regarding the primary cause of his departure from Black Sabbath. A few people thought he was let go because of his drug problems, but someone else said he wanted to be a solo artist. When Lomi repeatedly interrupted him while he was recording his vocals, he began to spill the beans about Black Sabbath. Consequently, tensions increased among the band members, leading to his expulsion. They said it was because he had become irreliable due to his heavy drug usage. Ozzy claims he doesn't do drugs to the same extent as the rest of the band, though. Don, Ozzy Osbourne's ex-manager, urged him to sign with Jet Records and cash in on his enormous royalties. In the meantime, he sent his daughter Sharon to take care of Ozzy in the hopes that she would return to Black Sabbath. Blizzard of Oz was formed when Ozzy proceeded to reunite his solo team members. Their first album solidified Ozzy's reputation in the music industry. This was the catalyst that catapulted Ozzy and the band to stardom. Before Ozzy's quad bike accident in his Los Angeles home, he continued to have success with other critically praised albums, stories, and tours. Even though he suffered fractured ribs and vertebrae in the accident, he quickly recovered and was back on his feet, bringing even more exciting happenings to his presentations. But as the world watched him lose height and strength after his music tour, his health problems became public knowledge. During his concerts and tours, he began to sit down and move at a leisurely pace. Some of his admirers have said that his rapid decline is just the result of becoming older, while others have suggested that he may be suffering from some sort of serious illness. This persisted until 2019, the year he was unable to perform again. More enquiries than ever before have been prompted by Sharon's recent admission and her long-term quiet. For what reason did she keep quiet for all that time? Why has Ozzy fought a losing battle with his health for so long? Furthermore, how is Ozzy's health right now? The story of Ozzy's fight for survival. Injuries had befallen Ozzy Osbourne on multiple occasions, both at home and on tour. The latest turning point, though, was his hospitalization on February 6, 2019. Because he had a severe upper respiratory infection as a result of the virus, and his doctor was worried that the cold temperature in Europe could make him develop pneumonia if he went ahead with his tour plans. He had to delay his European tour in order to receive proper medical treatment for this situation. Because of its association with breathing, pneumonia can be particularly lethal in the elderly. Nonetheless, Osbourne was transferred to the intensive care unit the week after that, which caused him to completely scrap the tour and any remaining performances that were supposed to take place that year, following yet another fall in his Los Angeles residence while he was still battling pneumonia. Sharon disclosed that he had relied on pins and needles for stabilization ever since his first fall, which resulted in rib and vertebrae fractures. Due to his Parkinson's disease, he is unable to perform any kind of labor. Sharon revealed that her husband has the Parkinson 2 gene shortly after he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, a condition they initially believed they could manage, but later learned was insurmountable. Although there are several forms of Parkinson's disease, which does impact specific nerves in the body, it is far from a fatal disease. According to Sharon, they discovered he has Parkinson's condition back in 2005. This is a hereditary disorder. It shares many of the same symptoms as Parkinson's disease. The condition's uncontrollable tremors, however, were controlled with medication. One of the most prevalent genetic causes of Parkinson's disease is a mutation in the PRKN gene. People younger than 40 years old commonly experience its onset, from tremors and balance problems to sleep problems and other non-motor symptoms. It has it all. Sharon revealed that in order for him to maintain his mobility, he must undergo a battery of operations and treatments, including speech and physical therapy. According to her, Ozzy has been seeing a physiotherapist daily to help him maintain his mobility, which is crucial for people with Parkinson's disease. Osbourne once went after doctors in Beverly Hills for prescribing him too many medications. The doctors were cleared of all wrongdoing after he sued them. Another serious issue was his heavy drug use. He had a hard time breaking the cycle on multiple occasions. He talked about how he hid out in his hotel room for 3 months after Black Sabbath dismissed him, smoking and drinking heavily, until Sharon volunteered to manage him as a solo artist in an interview. Osbourne stated in his testimony that he would not be alive today if she had not intervened in time. Ozzy displayed symptoms of minor hearing loss in his early 20s while appearing on The Osbournes, a family show, by frequently asking his family members to repeat themselves. In 2010, a group of inquisitive medical professionals chose to investigate his miraculous recovery after decades of substance abuse. His health struggles were a hardship for more than just Ozzy. Even more was borne by the mighty Sharon. How did she stay sane, juggling the roles of wife, manager, and public figure?